Hallelujah. 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 Shabbat shalom, family. Shabbat shalom. Hallelujah. I say it once, I'll say it again. It's always an honor and a privilege to be in the house. Hallelujah. That being said, family, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know I say that every week, but I think I actually mean it today. Before we get started, I got a little video clip. Watch it. We're going to discuss. Hallelujah. Okay. So, thoughts? And some microphones strategically placed. Almost like somebody did that on purpose. Come on. It's a group project. It's a group project. You can work with your neighbor if you have to.
I have thoughts. I noticed that the second the child turned its back, the lion sought the opportunity, and there was a shield protecting the child. And so it didn't.
Brother Roy.
The glass protected the glass barrier protected the kids. So what I got out, sometimes maybe we're being protected by something we can't even see.
It's good. What you got, our T?
So, hello. I was thinking that the noticed that the child was by himself, so it appeared to be by himself, and it was easier for him to just I'm gonna just go grab me a snack real quick.
It's a fact, right? Right. Anything else? Hallelujah. I'll pass it to my lovely Shah.
I thought the giggle at the end by the parent was funny because it watched the lion run up and it didn't scream or go towards him. It was just that was funny.
Right. That's interesting. That's one of those things that I caught too. Neither one of us got kids. Go ahead.
That was because the parent knew the lion couldn't get to her child. That's why she giggled and didn't scream. Because it's like, okay, it's going to be on you, lion, not on me.
The nature of the lion does what the lion does.
All good answers. All correct.
One thing is that the child had no fear of the lion.
Praise Yah.
Well, not until it hit the glass, then it jumped back. It didn't have any fear when it was coming toward him. But once it hit the glass, it kind of jumped back a little bit.
Praise Yah. Praise Yah. Say that again. I need you to have a mic because that was poignant.
The child trusted the glass.
The child trusted the glass. Okay. Now we're going to come back to all of that. All right. For those of y'all who weren't here, those of y'all who didn't know, those of y'all who weren't listening, theme for this month, It's for those feeling forgotten. You are the branches. Right? Yeshua says that I'm the vine, you're the branches. The branches are supposed to bear fruit. Made the plug last Shabbat. Do the same thing this week. It's an album from the brother Eshawn Burgundy. Like I said, I sent it in the email. So for those of y'all who are like myself and sometimes need encouragement throughout the day, the brother actually goes through like hours of like sitting down, like relaxing sounds in the background, reading the word. He put out an album. It was just 30 minutes of him producing some music and just reading some encouraging verses over it. So I implore you, if you're somebody like myself who this voice in your head sometimes is telling you stuff you don't want to hear, speak the word over the situation. And if you can't speak it, the brother has done a good job of providing that option for you so you could just hit the play button and drown out some of those voices. Anybody remember the Hebrew word of the week from last week? All right. Yeah, there's not a hit on the board. Trust. That was an English word from last week. What was the Hebrew word from last week? Now there's a hint on the screen. All right. How about that? Does that help anymore? Anybody remember? Is it jogging anybody's memory now? All right, okay. Chasa, right? We said that word is translated in the text oftentimes as the word trust. But then when we actually took a closer look at it, we saw that instead of it just being trust in the abstract sense, that trust was more a place where I could seek refuge. In fact, it was the verb literally to run for cover, to seek shelter. Shabbat shalom, Sister Bernice. Pleasure to have you in the house. Praise Yah. Praise Yah. We waited a little bit for you today. Hallelujah. This is the Hebrew word of the week. What happened? You get to see it today. Hallelujah. Praise Yah. It's a mic not too far from you too. So if you have any input, by all means. So again, that word was translated as trust, but that's that English word, and we wanted to get the Hebrew understanding. All right. So this week, Hebrew word of the week is going to be Batach. Guess what? In the English, it says trust. See how confusing that can get? That's confusing. I'm reminded of the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus. In the prologue, it says that they went through the process to try to translate some of this stuff, but it's in Greek. It's hard to understand it. He said the Hebrew is difficult to interpret when you put it through the filter of another language. Say that one more time. The Hebrew understanding, the original thought, is difficult to get across when it has to go through a filter of a completely different language. So in order to get the actual understanding, right, because in all you're getting, get understanding, we got to go through that filter and see what it may have sifted out. There might have been some actual gold in there, and all we got was dust. We're on the wrong side of the filter. Batach. It's another one of those words that uses the guttural sound. Batach. Batach. Come on, say it with me. Batach. Word is translated as trust. For those of you interested in the Strong's number 982. Now, I know a lot of times y'all don't see me go to the Strong's definition because I said it already. It's a different definition. Sometimes I agree with it, sometimes I don't. Y'all are about to see me disagree. So, that Hebrew word, if we look at the Strong's definition here, a primitive root. So this is the root word. but properly to high for refuge, but not so precipitately as Strong's number 2620, which is the one from last Shabbat. Does anybody know what that means? Okay, all right, okay. I'm just glad I had to look it up. I had to look up some words in the definition because I didn't understand what it was saying. I had literally never heard the word high before. Not with the E on the end. I heard it with the like high. And I've seen hide, but then you take high, I don't know what you're talking about. And then you get to I thought that was rain. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was rain, but that's not what that word means. To hie for refuge is to go quickly for refuge, but not so quickly as you would run for shelter. That's what that means. Go quickly, super quick. I don't know why they didn't just say that. Figuratively, to trust or be confident or sure. Now that is something that I wouldn't be too far from, right? To be confident in, to put confidence in something or to trust in something is to confide in it. Okay. All right. So when we look at the root in the Hebrew, we have the three characters, the bait, the tet, and the chet. The bait, we often say represents the house or the family. Yeah. Then we get to the tet. They say that looks like a snake or a basket or something surrounding it. Okay. And then we have the chet. We had that last Shabbat, that fence or wall of separation. Okay. So when we put all that together, what are we trying to get at? Okay. All right. So we use this last Shabbat, the Gesenius Hebrew and lexicon. Again, this came out in the 1850s. But sometimes this can give us a better idea than the actual definitions we use in the dictionaries today. I've highlighted one here. To be secure, to fear nothing for oneself. Huh. It's also used in a good sense of security for the righteous. Ak, if you can, do you mind reading for me? If you can go to Isaiah chapter 12, verses 1 and 2. There's one of those verses up there. It's Proverbs chapter 28, verses 1, right? Y'all have heard this one before, right? Right? If you've ever tuned in Our Brothers on the Corner, you've seen this one. The wicked flee when no man pursue it. Second part, though. But the righteous is bold as a lion. That word for being bold, the Hebrew word batach, to trust. Isaiah 12, 1 and 2. Hallelujah.
Isaiah 12, 1 and 2. And in that day you will say, Oh, yeah, I will praise you. Though you are angry with me, your anger is not turned away, and you comfort me. Behold, Yah is my salvation. I will trust and not be afraid. For Yah, the Lord, is my strength and song, and also he has become my salvation.
It's putting two words together. So when we see that in action, that's what it looks like. I'm not scared. It's not just because I'm bold, I'm tough, but I have something to be confident in. I trust in, not me, but yeah, I'm confident that he is going to be the wall. When I run to your shelter, Abba Yah, I know it's not going to fold. So I know that my security, my safety, my batach is you. So wherever I run, as long as you're there to protect me, I can be confident. I can be bold and I can stand strong, not on what I've done or what I can do, but because I know who you are. All right. Put a few verses on the screen for you. Psalm 27. Y'all want to hear Rome say it again? You got to pull up the psalm. Psalm 28, right? Yah is my strength. My heart trusted in him, and I'm helped. Psalm 56. What time I am afraid, know how to not be afraid, simply by putting my trust back in you. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. Trust Yah with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, because my understanding sometimes is not as sturdy as it's supposed to be. Got Micah chapter 7, verse 5 up there. That's a good one. That's a good one, because if you go to that chapter and you read it, you see that the brother wasn't talking about anything he had made up. He said, I trust in you because the promise you gave to our fathers, and because I know you're not going to turn back on your word to them. Oh, y'all not catching it. Because I know you're not going to turn back on your word to them back there when you said, I promised that your seed, me being that seed, that same promise back then still stands today. So I can stand confident in the promise you made with my fathers way back then today. Oh, y'all don't get it. Y'all don't see what I'm saying. All right, we'll make it more plain for you. I got you. Show y'all trust. I'm going to show y'all confidence. All right, somebody, please. That's a lion. That is a white lion. That is an untamed lion. That is an untamed lion right there. I don't know about the rest of y'all. There's a fence. It's a fence. So I watched this video. When I had to watch this multiple times because he's a trip. This is an untamed lion, right? He put him in the cage. This lion is newly in the cage. He the one that put him there. Do y'all see that look in the lion's eyes? When I watched this video, this lion broke nails trying to claw at this man through the fence. Literally trying to destroy the fence to get to this guy. But he couldn't. It's trust right here, because this guy was antagonizing this lion as much as he possibly could. But he knew the fence was there. What can the lion do to me? When we go back to that original video, y'all said a lot of stuff that was very poignant. The trust in that barrier that was there was unmatchable. Because as a parent, watching my child stand there and to see a lion coming in any other circumstance is wild. I don't think I could take a lion, but a situation like that, you got to do what you got to do. But with the barrier there, don't worry about it. I know my child is secure. I know there was no reason to fear. It wasn't based off what I could see. I'll say that one more time. It wasn't based off what I could see. It was based off what I just knew was there. Because the lion couldn't see it, but he was still trying to get his breakfast. At a certain point, I started to feel bad for the lion because he just wanted a snack. He was trying to have a snack. And this lion was just He was disappointed. You can see him walk away with like, it's fence.
But I don't know if I'd have that much trust in that glass because it could crack. My child.
That right there. That right there. That right there. You know, y'all catch me at the zoo looking at the fish. I don't get that close. Quite frankly, this is a little too close for me. It's still a barrier right there, but I don't see it. Do you have confidence in it? Because if you don't have confidence in it because you know it could fail,
I'm thinking about confidence, trust, and relationship. You know, I listen to Ms. J, and as a parent, I probably wouldn't, you know, trust a glass either. But I'm thinking about, just going through some things and knowing that he is there. Might not be able to see him, my continual prayers for weeks now have been to protect us from forces seen and unseen. So, I understand that, and just being able to have that trust and that confidence and not be afraid it's something to get to. It takes some work, but I'm looking at that right there, and God tells you to stand. He don't tell you to fight. He tell you to stand. And I'm also thinking about the word for meek. He's not telling us not to know how to fight, because he's telling us that he's training our hands for war. So it's knowing how to be able to, but to just trust and knowing that he's going to fight the battle for you.
hallelujah. Knowing that Yah is there, whether you can see him or not, whether you're in an experience where you know that there's a barrier between you and your enemy, or whether you see the enemy, you good, the person sitting next to you is freaking out. You might need to go, Yah, open his eyes. Yah, open her eyes, that they can see that those that are with us far outnumber those that are against us. But it's a trip, because when I think about it, there's two sides to this. I always go back to the 90s when rap had some of your favorite rappers was actually saying something meaningful. It was a song that came out called, I don't remember the name of the song, but the dude said this. He says, my family and I moved to an apartment complex. And he was telling a story, but in it, he says a line that to me still resonates this day. He says, every now and again, I wonder if that gate was put up to keep crime out or to keep us in. That same barrier of protection, still a barrier. See, sometimes it holds you back. Because what if this kid wanted to go in there, and then what if the lion was on the righteous side and I can't go any further? See, sometimes we get mad at the protection. Okay. I'm going to leave that there. Psalm 44. Read this and sit down. We have heard with our ears, O Elohim, our fathers have told us what work you did in their days, in the times of old, how you did drive out the nations with your hand and planted them, how you afflicted the people and cast them out. For they didn't get the land in possession by their own sword, neither did their own arm save them, but your right hand, O Yah, and your arm, and the light of your countenance, because you had favor unto them. You are our king, O Elohim. Command deliverances for Yaakov. Through you will we push down our enemies. Through your name will we tread them under that rise up against us. For we will not trust in our bows, neither shall our sword save us, but you have saved us from our enemies and have put them to shame that hated us. In Elohim we boast all the day long and praise your name forever. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Family, we put our trust not in what we can do, what we have done, what we have accomplished, what we can acclaim, what we can build up for ourselves as a wall, but we trust in the one who keeps the wall itself, the one who says, I am your shield, I am your strength, and he is our sword and our buckler. Because we rest in him, we know that we shall not be moved, neither be afraid. Be encouraged, Israel. Jehovah is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. Hallelujah.
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 Give our a hand for that. That was beautiful, family. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That was beautiful. You had me going everywhere in my head. Yeah, something to. You got
I'm
something
just
to say?
saying.
Say it.
Yes, with the change of regime, there are a lot of things coming. There's going to be coming, and we're going to be facing. And we're going to really have to know this. We're going to have to know this. And Lord have mercy. I think about Jonathan. As much as he loved David, and as much as we did, and they were good friends, and coming up together, and whatever. I just said, Lord, when the battle was on, some made it, some didn't. And I'm just saying, Lord, this is a real deep subject for myself, because I know I faced some lions in my lifetime. Not real lions, but they were two-legged lions. And Yah he's done miraculous things for me. And I didn't even see it coming. But Yah saw it. And he got in between me and them. And I'm forever grateful. But by the same token, I was walking across the yard, and here come this dog out of nowhere, and take me by, and he bit me, and I'm just going, not with even provoking him. I just don't know where to. So, I mean, but the long story short, Yah is with us, whether we realize it or not. A lot of times I look back and I said, I didn't even realize that he was there all the time. All the time. I was in a very, precarious position, and I was, there were things, were coming at me and everything, but Yah was there all the time, and I didn't really realize it until I got on the other side and looked back and said, oh, Yah, you are awesome, so awesome, so awesome. And I love him, I love him, I love him, I love him. Oh, Lord, I tell you the truth, because he's altogether faithful. Altogether faithful. I mean, this just really stirred me up today. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm telling you, if you ever had to stand in the lion's den and be, and look at a situation like that, and you be face to face in the midst of it, when you think back about it, dwell on it, it's kind of thing, but in the midst of it, all you can do is say, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.